feel. Me inside the slide, turning up the spark. Engine coming live, rumbling in the dark. Dashboard lighting up, neon shade of blue. Mirror checked adjustment, getting perfect view. Tank is sitting full, no we're really playing. Just the rubber tires, rolling on the land. Select the perfect track, bass begins to knock. Leaving all the stress, present on the block. Reverse out the spot, shifting in the drive. City is asleep, but I am so alive. Headlights cutting through fog upon the street. Cruising to the rhythm, cruising to the beat. Windows rolled up tight, sound is locked inside. Welcome to the zone, welcome to the ride.
Finishing is on, we are moving slow. Where the destination is, I do not know. Just the yellow lines passing by the side. Drifting through the night, I left to hide. Motor humming, sweet vibration in the spine. Everything is cool, everything is fine. Leave the house behind, leave the world away. Driving through the night, waiting for the day.
Turn onto the main road, empty as a ghost. This is the sensation that I love the most. Pedal, press it down, gentle on the gas. Watching all the buildings starting in the past. Street lights flickering, orange overhead. Better than the pillow, better than the bed. Isolation chamber, moving, playing tricks. Speedometer is rising with a little click. Music filling up every little space. Smile is coming back, appearing on the face. No traffic in the lane, only avenue. Just a midnight driver, passing, getting through. Vibe is set correctly, mood is set to chill. Rolling down the slope of the silent hill. Navigation all following the gut. Engine in the soul, connected in the cut.
Ignition is on, we are moving slow. Where the destination is, I do not know. Just the yellow lines passing by the side. Drifting through the night, nothing left to hide. Motor humming, sweet vibration in the spine. Everything is cool, everything is fine. Leave the house behind, leave the world away. Driving through the night, waiting for the day.
Yeah, we rolling. Just getting started. Buckle up. Let's go.
Everything is clear, asphalt is a river flowing dark and gray. Night is the kingdom ruling over day. Pedal is steady, cruising at the pace. Winner by default of the lonely race. White dash lines, rhythm distinct. Blinking in the rhythm faster than a blink. No red light stopping, just a green wave. Freedom is the feeling that I always crave. Window down a crack, letting in the air. Messing up the thoughts, messing up the hair, but I do not care. Solo on the street, just me and the machine and the heavy beat. Empty lane color stretching out so far. King of the road sitting in the car. No traffic jam blocking up the flow. Anywhere I want is where I'm gonna go. Just glide, let the rubber slide. World is sleeping deep while I'm on the ride. Empty lane promise keeping me awake. This the only turn that I wanna take. Speed under the needle, hovering the line. Engine purring soft, doing really fine. Street lamps bowing down, giving me the grace. Lighting up the path of this quiet place. No honking horn, stress is left behind. Peace is the treasure that I finally find. Reflection on the hood, neon passing by. Underneath the bridge, underneath the sky. Grip on the leather, relaxed and loose. Sipping on the vibe, no need for the juice. Just a natural high motion of the wheel. Steel in the glass, making it so real. Solitude is luxury, bought with the time. Driving through the verse, driving through the rhyme. Nobody to judge, nobody to see. On this empty lane, I am truly free. Empty lane calling, stretching out so far. King of the road, sitting in the car. No traffic jam, blocking up the flow. Anywhere I want is where I gonna go. Just glide, let the rubber slide. World is sleeping deep while I'm on the ride. Empty lane promise keeping me awake. It's the only turn that I wanna take. Yeah, all mine, just gliding, so smooth.
Outside is pitch black, nothing to be seen. Inside is lit up, digital and green. Numbers on the dash, floating in the void. Little sanctuary that cannot be destroyed. Speed of the needle, steady on the cruise. Listen to the rhythm of the midnight blues. Fuel gauge is full, showing me the range. World is moving fast, nothing gonna change. Inside this bubble warm, artificial light. Fighting off the shadows, fighting off the night. Temperature is perfect, AC blowing soft. Mind is drifting high, floating up aloft. Buttons in the dials, glowing like the stars. Safe inside the middle, love the moving cars. Cockpit of the soul, pilot in a dream. Everything is silent, nothing to scream. Dashboard glow, lighting up the face. Only source of comfort in this lonely place. Amber and the blue, neon and the red. Keeping out the monsters living in the head. Artificial sun shining on the chest, guiding on the journey, leading to the rest. Don't need the moon, don't need the street lamp. Fire in the cold, dryness in the dam. Ooh, yeah. Radio display, scrolling out the track. Lean the seat behind, relaxing on the back. GPS is off, no map on the screen. Wandering the maze, unseen and pristine. Reflection in the glass, closest looking back. Rolling on the tarmac, rolling on the black. Fingers on the wheel, tapping to the beat. Leather getting warm underneath the seat. System check is good, lights are all correct. Microcosm here, worthy of respect. Just me and the glowing symbols of the machine. Prettiest sight that I have ever seen. Cutting through the dark, laser focus beam. Living in the moment, living in the stream. Clock is ticking slow, numbers flipping round. Lost inside the light, lost inside the sound. Dashboard glow, lighting up the face. Only source of comfort in this lonely place. Amber and the blue, neon and the red, keeping out the monsters living in the head. Artificial sun shining on the chest, guiding on a journey leading to the rest. Don't need the moon, don't need the street lamp. Fire in the cold, drying us in the damp. Ooh, yeah. Blue light, orange light. Stay warm inside.
Yeah.
Hit the switch glass, it's sliding low. Letting in the night, letting in the flow. Temperature drops, chill against the skin. Let the outside chaos finally begin. Elbow on the door, leaning to the left. Cruising slow, looking like a theft. Of the moment, stealing back the time. Vibe is criminal, but it ain't a crime. Scent of the rain, mixing with the streets. Tires humming low, matching with the beat. Hair is messy, wind is playing rough. Had a long day, finally had enough. Breathe in deep, filling up the lung. Taste of freedom, rolling on the tongue. Music escaping, floating in the air. Sharing with the city, like I do not care. Rolling down the window, let the spirit fly. Underneath the bridge, underneath the sky. Wind in the face, washing off the doubt. This is what the night drive is all about. Let it in cold and rushing fast. Making memories, making moments last. Barrier is gone, nothing in between. Me and the concrete moving on the scene. Yeah, hear the engine roar of the passing car. See the neon sign of the corner bar. Voices on the sidewalk, laughter and a shout. Wonder what the people talking all about. But I keep moving in my mobile zone. King of the asphalt, sitting on the throne. Ash flicked out, dancing in the breeze. Mind is unlocked, finding all the keys. Oxygen is rich, waking up the brain. Driving through the pleasure, driving through the pain. City lights are blurring, streaming like a line. Everything is yours, everything is mine. Just for tonight, while the windows down. Cruising every street of the sleepy town. Bass is hitting back, rattling the door. Coming back for less, coming back for more. Rolling down the window, let the spirit fly. Underneath the bridge, underneath the sky. Wind in the face, washing off the doubt. This is what the night drive is all about. Let it in cold and rushing fast. Making memories, making moments last. Barrier is gone, nothing in between. Me and the concrete, moving on the scene. Yeah, feel that breeze. That's the life. Keep rolling. West Coast vibe.
Yeah. Foot on the brake, ease into the line. Red glow reflecting, making it all shine. Intersection empty, quiet for a spell. Moment of silence, breaking from the shell. Engine is humming, waiting for the cue. Looking at the colors, changing of the hue. Pedestrian crossing, walking with a dog. Shadows disappearing, deep into the fog. No need to rush, patience is the key. Stopping for a minute, sets the mind free. Look at the driver in the lane beside. Wonder where he going, wonder what he hide. Eyes meet for a second, then we look away. Strangers in the night, end of the day. Music is the filler in the empty space. Jazz notes floating all around the place. Red light jazz playing in the dark. Pause button hit right beside the park. World stands still just for a little bit while the neon sign is magically lit. Take a deep breath, let the tension go. Watching the city put on a little show. Wait for the green signal to arrive. Blessed to be here, blessed to be alive.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Rain on the windshield, tapping out a rhyme. Killing the seconds, killing the time. Asphalt is wet, mirror on the ground. Reflecting the lights, looking profound. Hand on the gear, ready for the shift. Mind starts to wander, mind starts to drift. Storefront closed, mannequin inside. Watching the cars on the midnight ride. Siren in the distance, fading to the west. City never sleeping, never taking rest. But here in the box, metal and the steel, I am disconnected from the spinning wheel. Just an observer watching from the seat. Listening to the heart skipping on the beat. Yeah, yeah. Red light jazz playing in the dark. Pause button hit right beside the park. World stands still just for a little bit while the neon sign is magically lit. Take a deep breath, let the tension go. Watching the city put on a little show. Wait for the green signal to arrive. Blessed to be here, blessed to be alive.
Green light. Here we go. Smooth takeoff. Back to the cruise. Jazz fades. Yeah. Wrap it up.
Pull up to the pump, number 5 alive. Harsh white light cutting through the drive. Fluorescent bugs ringing in the air. Island of the light inside the fear of the dark ocean surrounding the spot. Smell of the gasoline, cold and hot. Fumes rising up, twisting in the air. Lonely lieutenant giving me a stare. Credit card slot waiting for the fee. Buying the motion, buying the speed. Watching the numbers rolling on the screen. Dollars in the gallons, digital and clean. Monster dancing around the overhead lamp. Concrete is stained, oily and damp. Refueling the tank. to get back onto the patrol. Gas station glowing like a beacon bright. Artificial oasis in the middle of the night. Stop for a minute under the white glare. Breathing in the chemical toxic air. Fill it up, top it off, ready to go. Leaving the static, leaving the slow. Neon sign flickering red and blue. Temporary shelter for the chosen few. Walk inside the store, hit a little chime. Door sliding open, freezing up the time. Rose of the candy, colorful and sweet. Cold air blasting really from the heat. Refrigerator hum low and steady drone. Cashier on the stool looking at the phone. Grab a cold drink, water and the ice. Paying the price, no need to be nice. Just a transaction, silence is the goal. Story of the night, waiting to unfold. Back to the machine, nozzle click off. Settle in the seat with the little car. Engine starts up, breaking the suspense. Leaving the station, jumping the fence. Back to the shaft, back to the road. Carrying the fuel, carrying the load. Gas station glowing like a beacon bright. Artificial oasis in the middle of the night. Stop for a minute under the white glare. Breathing in the chemical toxic air. Fill it up, top it off, ready to go. Leaving the static, leaving the slow. Neon sign flickering red and blue. Temporary shelter for the chosen few. Tank full, system go. Leaving light, render. Drive safe.
Parked up on the hill looking at the lights. City view is crazy on these lonely nights. Windows rolled up, seal the cabin tight. Nothing getting out, everything is right. Spark upon a thumb, orange, little glow. Time is getting thick, moving super slow. Smoke is rising up, filling every crack. Seat is leaning down, reclining to the back. Fogging up the glass, mist up on the pane. World outside is blurry, looking like the rain. But inside is the cloud, floating in the coupe. Looping on the beat, staying in the loop. Music sounds so deep, rattling the bone. King of the castle, sitting on the throne. Two doors like tight, private atmosphere. Worries floating out, disappearing fear. In the cool, breathing in the haze. Lost inside the moment, stuck inside the maze. Gravity's gone, floating in the space. Smile is kinda goofy, stuck up on the face. Bass is massaging, shaking up the chest. This is the therapy, this is truly best. Windows are opaque, nothing to be seen. Living in a movie inside of the screen. Pass it to the left, pass it to the right. Only me inside, keeping up the flight. Dashboard is a spaceship, controls are far away. I ain't going nowhere, decided just to stay. Air is getting heavy, thick like cotton wool. Feeling gravitation, feeling all the pull. Eyes are getting red, heavy on the lid. Secrets in the smoke that are safely hid. Outline of the trees, spooky in the dark. Engine is off, cooling in the bark. Silence outside loud, music inside deep. Promises of hunger, promises of sleep. Just a little break from the heavy grind. Leaving reality, leaving it behind. Coupe is the capsule, traveling to Mars. Parking underneath the blanket of the stars. Eyes in the cool, breathing in the haze. Lost inside the moment, stuck inside the maze. Gravity's gone, floating in the space. Smile is kinda goofy, stuck up on
massage, just shaking up the chest. This is the therapy, this is truly best. Windows are open, nothing to be seen. Living in the movie inside of the screen. Yeah, can't see nothing, so cloudy. Open the door, nah, keep it closed. Yeah.
To the concrete river flowing wide, everybody racing on the frantic ride. Like the speed at 80, cruise control is set. Nothing on the mind, nothing new, regret. White lines passing by, dotted little dash. Counting up the seconds in the blurry flash. Rhythm of the tires singing on the road. Carrying the body, carrying the load. Tunnel vision starting, lights are stretching out. A rush of the fear, erasure of the doubt. Hands are on the wheel, steady as a rock. Ignoring the ticking of the mental clock. Passing by the truck, sleeping on the right. Cutting through the fabric of the velvet night. Zoning out completely, entering the state where the mind and motor finally relate.
Highway hypnosis taking over me. Eyes are wide open but I cannot see anything but motion, anything but speed. Satisfying deep, I'm a little neat. Time is disappearing, miles to find the space. Lost inside the rhythm of the steady race. Automatic pilot, body takes the lead. Planting in the distance, just a little seed.
Reflectors on the guardrail, flashing like a code. Secret language spoken by the open road. Signs are flying backwards, green and white and big. Doesn't matter really, I don't give a fig. Where the exit is or where I need to turn. Let the rubber tires continue to burn. Engine is a hum, vibrating in the floor. Opening the portal, opening the door to a place of silence amidst of the roar. Floating on the asphalt, soaring like a ball. Focus is narrowed down to a single point. Everything is fluid, everything is joint. Motion is the drug, stillness is the pain. Driving through the dry, driving through the rain. Just a moving object, physics in command. Traveling across the sleeping silent land.
Highway hypnosis taking over me. Eyes are wide open but I cannot see anything but motion, anything but speed. Satisfying deep, primal little need. Time is disappearing, miles to find the space. Lost inside the rhythm of the steady race. Automatic pilot, body takes the lead. Planning in the distance, just a little seed. Don't remember the last mile. Just driving. On and on. Lines blurred. Hypnotized.
Powder on the glass, distorting the view. Red turns to pink and the black turns to blue. Oak effect lights are smearing white, painting on the canvas of the evening ride. Skyline is a ghost fading in the mist. City on the list that I never kissed. Just a spectator passing through the frame. Don't know the streets, don't know the name. Focus is lost, everything is soft. Head is in the cloud, floating up aloft. Neon signs bleeding color on the street, reflecting on the wet asphalt underneath. Wipers keeping time, steady metronome. Miles away from house, miles away from home. But I feel connected to the blurry scene. Living in the gap, living in between. City blur, washing out the pain. Driving through the fog, driving through the rain. Nothing is distinct, nothing is defined. Leaving all the sharp edges far behind. Just a wash of color, glowing in the dark. Abstract art piece, leaving a mark. Beautiful confusion, pleasing to the eye. Watching the world slowly passing by. Traffic light is green, but it looks like a star. Exploding in the vision, looking from the car. Tail lights ahead, act like laser beams. Cutting through the fabric of the lucid dreams. Sound is muffled down underwater fear. Gripping on the leather of the steering wheel. Is it the weather or is it the mind? Maybe a little bit of both combined. Yeah, lenses out of focus, soft and fuzzy edge. Driving on the border, driving on the ledge. Slowing down the pace, cruising in the wet. Prettiest disaster that I ever met. Buildings act like shadows, towering and tall. Watching me slide, watching me crawl through the urban canyon, river made of light. Drifting in the current of the rainy night. Yeah. City blur, washing out the pain. Driving through the fog, driving through the rain. Nothing is distinct, nothing is defined. Leaving all the sharp edges far behind. Just a wash of color, glowing in the dark. Abstract art piece, leaving a mark. Beautiful confusion, pleasing to the eye. Watching the world slowly passing by. All blurry, just colors, soft edges, wipers on.
Will stop, turning motion is dead. Silence is rushing back into the head. Yeah. Engine vibration finally ceased. Beast is asleep, finally released from the asphalt grip, from the white line. Home is the marker, reaching the sign. Check the mirrors one final time. Nothing behind, just a steep climb. Turn the key left, killing the spark. Dashboard goes black, plunging in dark. Only the sound of the cooling machine, ticking the metal, unheard and unseen. Heat radiating from hood to the air. Sitting in silence without single care. Journey is over, mission complete. Rest in the hands, rest in the feet.
Parking brake pull, locking the place, ending the journey, ending the race. Safe in the harbor, safe in the slide. Giving thanks for the safety I got. Stillness is heavy, gravity returns. Just another night that nobody learns, unless they drive until the fuel is low. Now it is time to let it all go.
Unbuckle the belt, retraction is fast. Leaving the capsule, leaving the past. Open the door, light comes on dim. Shadows are dancing strictly on the whim. Step on the pavement, solid and cold. Story of the night already told. Grab the keys, pocket them deep. Promises a pillow, promises a sleep. Look back at the car, shining in moon. See you tomorrow, see you real soon. Faithful companion, still in the glass. Wait for the morning, waiting to pass.
Lock and break, pull, lock in the place. Ending the journey, ending the race. Safe in the harbor, safe in the slide. Giving thanks for the safety I got. Stillness is heavy, gravity returns. Less another night that nobody learns. Unless they drive until the fuel is low. Now it is time to let it all go.